What's up, everybody? A Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Space Engineers. When we left...
Is low.
Wow, my health is low. Thank you.
Ship fuel critical.
Actually, I should probably get my health taken care of. I got a little too close to the welder, as per the usual problems. And that's pretty much what caused the whole health low situation. Okay, main reactor is on. It is? I didn't know that. Oh! Well, the gravity from that generator that I just replaced is screwing everything up, apparently. So, this time, I replaced the gravity generator from last time, put it lower, so we should be able to tweak it better and get more of a correct field that we want. I'm still kind of playing around with gravity in this episode. I'm hoping to get all of the gravity generators in place and have them function correctly. So let's show that on HUD. Why are you not show on HUD? Oh, show gravity. There we go. There we go. Alright, so let's dial all these back and then we can play with them in turn. So the height needs to come down lower. If we do this correctly, I might leave the width further out. Let's play around with that a little bit. So I want the width to go back out. Let's try 70. The height, let's bring that down to 40. And let's bring the depth back in a little bit and see where that puts us. Height's still very high. Okay, so depth is going this way. Width would be this way then. So the width... actually, where is the width? We're over here. So if we bring the width back out, we can cover this. And then bring the depth back out to cover that, maybe. The problem with the depth we're going to want to watch is not interfering with the upper gravity one over there. It's all a delicate balance. Okay, so let's bring the width out to 80. Height will keep bringing down until we get it where we want it. And depth, let's bring back out to 65. Let's try that. Now, the other thing is I want the height to be right around here so that it won't interfere with another gravity generator there and there. However, it's going to bring that up, so it may defeat the purpose. Like right now, if we lower the height anymore... I was trying to cut out this gravity generator right here, and if we lower the height anymore to compensate for that, it's not going to cover this up, I don't think, which makes this pretty much useless of what we're trying to do. So with that in mind, we probably are going to have to use the other generator as well, so there's really not a whole lot of point in trying to compensate for that. Okay, we need it to go a little bit higher, so let's try 15. And see where that puts us. Okay. That may work. Let's dial it back just a hair. I want it to be kind of right where I need it. So let's try the middle ground and do 13. Take a couple of meters off. The reason I don't want it to be too high, okay, so 14, is because whatever generator we put up here, I don't want it to interfere with that. And there may come a point where it's going to interfere if we put it too far up on the totem pole. Okay, now that's funny. I told it to go to 13, but it says 12. Wonder how that happened. That's kind of odd. Okay, so from here... Nope. It's probably got to be 15, or 14 and a half, but I don't really know if I want to go that specific. Let's try it. 14 14.5. I don't know if it'll do that much. Okay, so on this step, we're still in this gravity field, and then the next one that we put up in here, it'll come to that point. Good. Good, good, good. Now, where's this put this one? Right in the middle. So we have two options here. I don't think that I want to do... What is this from? Hey, wait a minute. What are you? Platinum ore. That was interesting. Okay, so you're from this field. Oh, that's right. We talked about that last time. I'm going to have to bring this one up. I think. Lower the height range. So the problem with this is it covers this area here. But it would interfere, or it won't interfere with this, but it'll interfere with this up here. So we have an option of, do we use both to try and compensate, or do we just dial this one back for this platform and use this one for this one, kind of thing. That's what I'm kind of struggling with right now. I think it'll be easier if we can make this one be narrow and tall and just cover this section here, maybe to this step, and then have the arc reactor generator cover this step to that wall area, and then that one will cover that. Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. So let's dial this one back on the depth and the width until we get it where we need it. Okay, depth is too far. And width could work there, I think. So depth we need to raise. Let's put it out to about 35. Width we'll dial back to 30 and see how that does. I don't really think it's necessarily needed. Because really this grav... Yeah, I don't actually want... Yeah, okay. So we're gonna pull this one back a little bit. I think. So width, let's try 25, and field depth we'll do 45. See where that puts us. This one needs to be out just a hair more, and either in a hair more... Actually, you know what? This should be fine. That'll be fine. So let's bring the width back out to, say, 27. Perfect. Alright, and this little gap here won't matter. And then that goes up to there. That goes out there. Alright, so let's tweak this one a bit before we work on new generators. Let's get these squared away to where they need to be. We did the depth last episode, I believe, because it stops at this step. So we need to bring the width... Oh no, okay, the width was fine. We can't mess with the width because that's right where we need it. So it's the height that we need to bring in so that it won't affect... Well, actually no. Nope. This is pretty much perfect, I believe. Alright, well then what I'm going to do is pause for a second and finish these two gravity generators, and we'll get this one squared away, and then maybe work on... I think I placed one already over here. I did, it's right there. So let me weld these together, and then... My only thing with this one here is if we really want it to be precise, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks on its one side, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks on the other. I think we're going to have to move this before we do anything, because that's not going to work. We need it to be in the center if we really want the width to come out right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it won't be a perfect center. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it should be right in line with these lights. And the other issue we're going to run into is how far out can we go before it gets into some other field and screws it up. But with where this is, it shouldn't screw up too much. So I guess it won't really matter where we put it in terms of depth, really, because that's just going to go into a wall there. So as long as we're in this row, we should be able to get it pretty close to what we need. And we could put it there, or we could put it back here. I'm thinking we'll put it right here. And my reasoning for that is that there won't be like a walkway or anything here. We can always expand this part out. Do I have any? Okay. So we can always expand that out a little bit and make a bigger walkway so that that's out of the way. But this one, my plan is to expand this walkway and go up into that area there. So I don't really want things in the way there. So I'm going to pause real quick and fix these, and then we'll be back in a second. Alright, so good news and bad news. The good news is 2 of them are working and obviously functioning fine since we're standing sideways. The bad news is that the one over by the arc reactor, apparently I did not have enough gravity components, so it did not create correctly. Let's actually work on this one over here first, as it will more than likely be the easiest to deal with. Oh, I guess I could stand here. Okay, so let's just dial these way back, so that we can work with them. Alright. Oh, and I need to turn on Show on HUD. There we go. Okay, so we need the width to be a little bit higher, the height can come down lower, and the depth needs to go out a little further. So the height, let's bring you into 5. Width can go out to 7 or 8. Let's try that, and then depth will do like 30. Let's see where that puts us. So the height's good. Actually, it could go a little lower. Wouldn't hurt it. The depth part, okay, depth needs to go out a little bit further because this couple of blocks over here isn't connected. And the width, where is the width? The width can come down a little bit more. Alright. So let's keep this at 6, maybe? Height will do like 3. Depth will do 40. Let's see how that works. Height, again, fine. Could use a little lower if it needs to be. Not a big deal. Width, I'm thinking 7. It's not overlapping on each thing, so let's do 7. That could work. How are you up here? Wait a minute, where does this stop? Oh, I'm still in a downward field from this guy over here. We need to fix this. Okay. So we'll come back and tweak the other one in a second. Let's bring all this in. Show on HUD. Okay. I'm assuming this bigger box is this one. Okay, so the depth needs to go out a little bit more. And we'll have to gauge and see where it ends up affecting. So depth, let's take this out to 50. Height, we can bring this down, let's try 25, and the width, let's bring it in to 25 as well. See where that puts us. After doing enough of these, I should get better at where each thing is. Okay, we have a little gap here where it's not covered by anything. I think. Yeah. So you have a gap there where it's not where that block isn't covered by anything. This one, depth is almost right. Let's do 55 on that, and the height we can still bring down. Or height, whatever. I tend to say height a lot, but... So let's try 20 on that. The depth, let's take it out by 5. And the width will take out by 5. Let's see how all that does. Okay, width is overlapping, so we may need to dial that back by like 2 or 3. Depth is good. Good depth. Make your depth whatever we just made it. The height part is going to affect this one down here as well. So if this block is all it's going to affect, then our depth should be okay. We'll need to test this out here. So the width, let's bring it in. We'll do 27. Depth was fine. Height, let's see where that puts us. It's this side one that I'm trying to get now. So from here, there's a very tiny gap where there's no gravity. May not be a big deal, but I kind of want that not to happen. So we know 30 will cover it. Let's try the middle ground of 28.5. Let's see if that'll be where we need it. There is barely an overlap, so pretty much perfect. How are we doing over here? Still in the half block there. And when you get to that point, so as long as the gravity for this room comes out to here, we should be fine on that. I am going to have to deal with this block here and do something different when we start building this. And the height part should be fine. Now let's check over here. Okay, so for this we need to bring our width of this one out again by, let's try, let's take it out to 30. See where that puts us at. Drop. Okay, it's tiny, tiny little gap, so we'll do 30.5, and that should cover us. We should be pretty good there. So now we should be able... Still? There's still a gap there, huh? Alright. Well, then let's just make it an even 31. That should be... Actually, it almost looks like they're right on top of each other. Okay, only because that's going to bug me, not because it would really matter. I'm going to add another meter to it. It really wouldn't matter. I want to clarify that little flash of no gravity wouldn't do anything, but I don't really like that, so... Alright, so we should be able to go over here, go down this way, go down this way, keep on going. Okay, it's a little... Oh, that's why. Are we still in the field? Oh, okay, we are still in the field. Okay, good. So this part is a little bit... You fall kind of far before it grabs you. So maybe add one more to the width here. Oh, it says it's 7. Haha! That's funny. There we go. That's a bit smoother. And then, of course, when we get down here, there's no gravity there. Okay. And then I'm climbing up this way. We'll have to do something with this block to get rid of it, and we're covered. Whoops. That was a little far. Alright. So, I guess that was a successful attempt to refine our gravity fields. Now, where did this one end up going is what I want to know. Where's this effect on the exterior? nothing really big. It doesn't interfere with the connection port or anything. So I don't think that'll be a problem for anything. Alright. Good, good, good. So, I'm happy with that. On that note, I think we're going to end the episode here, and I will see you guys next time. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. Peace.